two of you have now identified what is wrong with it, which is the sprocket. So can anybody be more specific about what's wrong with the O?
They're missing one of the...
Hello and welcome to Let's Get Digital, the game show for modern marketers. And speaking of modern marketers, we have with us three talented contestants today. We are joined by Molly O'Connor, social media manager and travel and lifestyle blogger behind Molly on the Move. We also have with us Blair Youngdahl, social media community manager for Sculpt. And finally, we're happy to welcome Nick Storm, digital marketing specialist at Aquionics. As always, I am your host, Megan Crawford, content marketing manager here at Sculpt. Before we jump right into things, a quick introduction to how things work on the show. There are 10 possible Let's Get Digital games to choose from, all of them marketing themed, of course. And at the top of every episode, we'll pick which one we'll be playing by spinning this wheel. The name of the game is Creative License. As marketers, we all know that brand recognition and aided recall is a pretty good indicator that we're reaching our target audience. That's why creating marketing assets that stick, whether that's a catchy slogan, a unique logo, or a memorable campaign, is so important. So, today we are testing your aided recall. Kind of. I'll show you a familiar image from marketing pop culture that we've taken some creative liberties with, and then it is your job to let me know what's wrong with it. Are we ready to play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Here is the first question of round one. From clunky Polaroid to the current minimalist line art, the Instagram logo has been through quite a few iterations, which is appropriate since the way we use the app now is so different from the hyper-filtered food pics of the past. Here is the Instagram logo. What did we change?
Is the gradient like reversed?
That's a good guess, but no, not quite.
Is it missing? Oh.
Is it missing?
Oh. You go, Molly, you go.
The dot is on the wrong side. The dot is usually
that's correct, Molly. The dot is on the other side. This is what the actual logo looks like.
Oh, that feels so much better. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, there's something off, but what is it? So that was 1 point to Molly for guessing what was wrong about that, and we will now move on to question 2. Steve Jobs famously said, "People don't know what they want until you show it to them. That's why I never rely on market research." So far, that's proven to be a pretty effective tactic for Apple, especially coupled with memorable product marketing campaigns like this one.
This was for the
iPod Nano. Is that what we're guessing?
I remember the commercial.
Yeah, this is a...
The Airpods weren't a thing yet.
Yes. Yes, it should look like this because it's an iPod.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also,
impressive.
Okay.
So that's 1 point to Nick. Good job on that one. Yeah, I feel like this is an iconic campaign. Do you remember when it was on like the iTunes gift cards too? Which is another thing that is now defunct. But
Yeah, that's hilarious. Like going to the store and buying like iTunes gift cards.
Yes, buying a $15 iTunes gift card and then like scratching the thing off the back and loading it up on your phone.
How
so funny.
Those were the days.
All right, here is question number 3. It's great to have a catchy tagline like, say, 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance. But it's even better to have an adorable mascot to say that slogan for you, like this one. What's wrong with this?
Did you change his eye color?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
We changed his eye color.
Yes.
Wow.
This is
Great
what the
job.
Geico Gecko actually
Wow.
looks like. He has beautiful brown eyes. So that is another point to Nick. I think he looks super cute with blue eyes too, though.
He does. He does look
Yeah.
cute.
we will move on to question 4. Whatever side of TikTok you're on, whether it's cottagecore TikTok, finance TikTok, or classic lip sync TikTok, you've probably experienced the powerful draw to keep scrolling that's made this logo one of the most tapped on icons on your phone screen.
Ooh, are the blue and red switched?
Yes, they are. Good job, Blair.
I love TikTok.
This is what it should look like. Yeah, that glitch effect. TikTok came into our lives out of nowhere and is now irreplaceable. No matter how much Instagram Reels tries. All right, here is question number 5. Whether you're keeping up with the Kardashians or not, you probably remember this weird tone-deaf commercial and the outcry that followed it. It's been 4 years and we're still shaking our heads.
Oh, Pepsi can, not Coke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is, it should be this. It was Pepsi that made that very weird commercial, not Coke, and I'm sure Coke is so happy that it wasn't them. So that is the end of round 1. We are now moving right along into round 2. Same principle, slightly doctored images. They're just gonna be slightly harder.
Oh, gosh.
Ooh.
Those are so
So
hard.
here is round 2, question number 1. From early search engine to commonly used verb, Google has settled deeply into the cultural consciousness and the business of just being on the internet. Whether you just use it for search or you depend on it for site rankings, Google is king in the SEO game. And here is their logo.
A different font?
Ooh, the G doesn't
No.
have that little thing on it, right? No?
No, that the G is correct.
Oh, wait, the E. The E?
No, the E
Oh,
is
the E is not
slanted like that. The E
Oh,
is
it
slanted.
is?
Huh.
Are
Yeah.
the yellow and red O's switched?
Yes, yes, they are. This is what it should
Yes.
look like. Yeah,
Dang
it is. It is just a small difference,
That
but
is so subtle.
we
so
see it
subtle.
every day. Yeah. So good job, Nick. That's 1 point for you. And
Yeah.
Nick is doing really good. These are hard questions though, so you're all doing an excellent job. Here we go. Here is question number 2. Kraft Blue Ribbon launched this campaign in 2020 to help bring customers together. Not physically because, you know, the state of the union, but they wanted to bring customers together through the power of mac and cheese. And while they pulled the plug on it after some online backlash, the campaign image is still pretty iconic. And here it is.
Oh gosh.
Is this the text lower than it was in the campaign or something?
Mm-mm.
Is the text a different color?
No, it's the same blue. Did you guys see the original campaign?
No.
Maybe, but yeah, I'm not sure. Is the bowl different? I have no idea.
That is close enough that I'm going to give it to you. The bowl is different because it was only the noodles that were censored. The rest of it was uncensored. So the idea was that the noodles were being censored the same way that like a nude would be censored.
Funny.
Which, yes, I thought it was a really funny
That's
campaign. The moms online did not agree with me or the marketing team at Kraft, so it did come down. But yeah, the idea behind it was that you would, I think it was like a reply to a tweet, and then they would send a box of Kraft mac and cheese to someone that you loved, which was such a cute campaign.
Oh,
Oh, that's so fun.
So that is 1 point to Blair for kind of recognizing what was wrong with the image. All right, and we will move on to question 3. In a bizarre and unfortunately timed Super Bowl campaign, Planters unveiled a new version of their old mascot, Baby Nut. Baby Nut's since grown up, but we all remember the first time we saw his face.
the monocle shouldn't be as blocked out. Like the monocle should be clear.
That's not quite it.
Did
Does
he
anybody
have
else?
a monocle?
The eyes are
That
different?
is it. Yeah, he did not have a monocle. So he had no monocle because he is a baby and doesn't yet have myopia. So yeah, that's Baby Nut. And he's a thing that exists on the internet.
He's so cute.
I feel like that was there was like a weird thing in 2020 where like everything was a baby. There was like Baby Yoda and like Baby Nut, and like everybody was just collectively losing it over all of these super cute little mascots. So that is 1 point to Blair, and we will move on to question 4. It can be tricky to successfully pull off a rebrand, especially if you're doing a full name and logo change. It's even trickier to pull off a fake rebrand as a marketing ploy to announce your new lunch menu offerings like IHOP did. And this was their new logo.
Okay, the arch should be on top, so it's like the top of a burger bun.
That is not correct. Molly, it looked like you were about to say something.
I vaguely remember this. I can't remember what it was, but I do remember this.
That would make sense if the arch was on top like a burger bun.
The arch flipped the other way, so it looked more like a smiley face.
That is correct, Molly. Yeah, this is what the logo actually looked like. The IHOB logo has the smile instead of the frown, which is great because this logo doesn't make me want to eat there. That makes me sad. We will move on to question number 5. If you've ever had to make a quick graphic on the fly, then Canva is probably your best friend. It should come as no surprise then that this powerful freemium design tool is crushing it on their own branded design, including their minimalist logo, which is this. I can see all of you thinking really hard.
Should they'll
Use Canva. What's wrong? The A's are wrong.
The A's are not wrong.
Is the V wrong? Like, should it be connected that way?
The V is incorrect. There should be a loop. So this is what the V in Canva actually looks like. It's a very small difference, but that is correct, Blair.
Whoa.
So 1 point for you. All right, and that brings us into round 3. So here is your first question of round 3. Whether you use them as a CRM or you're a longtime reader of their blog, HubSpot's a known giant in the marketing space. From coining the term inbound marketing to making the color orange cool, they've got distinctive branding that's hard to miss. Here is their logo.
Doesn't it only have one of those little things on the O? No? Okay.
No, that's not correct.
Oh gosh.
Capitalized.
No, it is.
Is it the T? Should the T be crossed through or something?
No, they have that weird,
Like Twitter T?
weird half of a T. Yeah.
Is the O with the spokes coming off turned in the wrong direction?
It isn't. That's a good guess, though. I think 2 of you have now identified what is wrong with it, which is the sprocket. So can anybody be more specific about what's wrong with the O?
Another one. They're missing one of the...
They're in the wrong place. Are they in the wrong place?
They're not. So what it actually looks like is this. So the little bubbles are filled in on the ends.
It looks so much better. Yeah.
Yeah, right? It just feels better.
Right.
So yeah, I'm going to say that one is a no sum, and that we'll just move on to the next question, but that was a tricky one. So here is question number 2. Most campaigns are proactive initiatives for things like brand awareness or sales promotions, but sometimes genius is born as a response to a PR crisis, like this ad from KFC UK.
Oh gosh.
Is it supposed to be FKC? Or no?
No, that's a good guess,
no, that
though.
doesn't make sense. It doesn't. I get it now. That's hilarious.
I don't think it says we're sorry.
Oh, that's a good guess, but it does. Yeah, this was, they ran out of chicken and they posted an apology ad, which was very funny.
Was
and
the
very like tongue-in-cheek.
is the bucket supposed to be empty?
That's correct. This is what the ad actually looked like. It was an, maybe I tipped my hand by telling you what the ad was for. But yeah, they ran out of chicken, and not just at one location, they ran out of chicken across the UK.
Oh my god.
So it was a little bit of a crisis, and that's 1 point to Blair for guessing that the bucket should have been empty, just like it was in all those KFCs that sad week in the UK. So here is question number 3. If you've ever launched an email campaign through Mailchimp or watched episode 4 of Let's Get Digital, then you're already familiar with the upsettingly sweaty monkey finger that pressures you to hit send. But not all of Mailchimp's branding is unsettling. Their logo is actually pretty cute.
Is the font wrong?
Nope, that's their font.
Is it? Wow.
The mouth is wrong.
Nope, he's a smiley little guy.
Is it the hair showing with the hat on?
That's a good guess, but no, that is not correct.
The eyes are wrong.
Yes, that's right, Molly. The eyes are incorrect. He is supposed to be winking. Isn't that so much better?
Better?
Less staring into your soul and more of a cheeky little guy. So yes, that is 1 point to Molly for correctly guessing what was wrong with that upsetting monkey. I promised you that he wouldn't be upsetting, and then he was, so. All right, we are moving on to the final question of round 3 and the game. So here it is. Oreo's spur-of-the-moment tweet during the Super Bowl blackout of 2013 launched us into a new age of brand social media, with brands reacting in real time to current events and pop culture moments to varying degrees of success. Here is the image that started it all.
Milk that's missing?
Sorry, did you say there's a glass of milk missing?
Yeah.
That would be a great part of the image, but no, they did not have a glass of milk.
Was the image all black?
No, it was not.
Okay.
Is the light on a different part? Like, is the gradient of like the light been like flipped?
That is close enough that I will give it to you. Yes, so what we were looking for is that the cookie does not have a bite out of it. It was just a single cookie sitting on the side of the image, but we did have to flip the gradient to show the Oreo logo on the cookie. So yes, that is, it would have made sense if it had a glass of milk in it, because how are you gonna dunk a Oreo cookie if you don't have any milk? But it was just a single Oreo laying on a plain white background. So that is 1 point to Nick, which actually brings us to a tie. So we will move into the tiebreaker round. This is between Nick and Blair. So for this one, I will ask you to use your buzzers so that there's no, you know, polite, oh no, you go first, you started talking first. This is for the win. Here we go. OkCupid is a dating app that's been around for a while, but that doesn't mean that they don't still know how to be a part of relevant cultural conversations. Take, for instance, this campaign, which generated a ton of buzz for both its social and political commentary. Oh, that was Nick buzzed in first.
There's an extra set of hands in there.
There is an extra set of hands in there, but that's actually part of the original graphic. There's 4 pairs of hands on that lady in the yellow turtleneck. Blair, you also buzzed in. Do you wanna take a guess?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess. Does the rose have too many leaves on it?
No, that is the original rose. We did not change anything about the rose. Oh, that was Blair in first. Blair, go ahead.
Is there supposed to be something like below the DTF? Like
that's correct. Yes. So that is not the full slogan. It's down to fall head over heels. And that's actually the entire point of the campaign, was to redefine DTF as something more about having an emotional connection instead of a physical connection. So yes, that is what was correct. Great guess, Blair. So that is the final point of the game goes to Blair, which makes you our winner. That was tight there at the end, you guys. Wow. That was awesome. Congratulations so much, Blair, for winning. And I want to thank Molly and Nick for coming on the show and having a great time with us today. I hope that you had as much fun as I did. This one was a little bit kooky, so thanks for hanging in there with me and trying it out. Blair, in addition to a week's worth of coffee on Sculpt, we will also be making a donation on your behalf to the charity of your choice.
Oh, great. Of course. It's called Global Orphan Project. And it's actually, my husband works for a offset of their company called Care Portal. And so it'll go to Care Portal, and they basically connect the foster care system in churches and get kids what they need basically through the online portal. So yeah.
That's awesome. Thanks for nominating that charity, and we will definitely be happy to donate on your behalf. So if our viewers are interested in following or connecting with you, where can they find you? And we'll start with you, Blair.
Oh, sure. I guess you can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is Blizzair, which is very hard to spell. But there are 2 Z's and 4 R's. That's what I tell people.
Cool. We will put that up on the screen so that people can jot that down, and we'll also have it in the description below.
Awesome.
Nick, where can we find you or connect with you online?
Yeah, I'm all over marketing Twitter as much as I can, but Twitter and Instagram at NickStorm60.
Awesome. Thank you. And Molly, what about you? Where can we find you online?
You can also find me on Instagram, and my handle is Molly_on-the-move.
Perfect. Well, thank you again so much for joining us today. And to everyone watching, that is a wrap on this first season of Let's Get Digital. Thanks so much for playing along with us, and we will catch you next time on Let's Get Digital, the game show for modern marketers.